Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Hidden and my man Drew here. We
What's
here to
good?
talk about the Odyssey. Andrew, what up, yo?
What's good, man? How you feeling?
Chilling, chilling. I'm good, man. Everything's blessed. Everything's blessed.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
everybody, we saw the Odyssey and we want to talk about it. It's a good day.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan is back, director of the Odyssey. We got Matt Damon, who is back. You already know. So first off, we got to get the elephant out the room. Before we even get into the review, thank everybody once again for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. But we got to talk about the elephant in the room. This was a hell of a cast for the Odyssey.
Sure was. For real.
Yeah, like I'm talking about this was such a star-studded cast for the Odyssey. Like we have so much actors that was in this movie. Um we had Zendaya, Tom Holland, Matt Damon. What was it? Lupita, I believe, was in this.
Yeah, Lupita, John Berthal, fucking what's his name? Robert Pattinson, Charlize Theron,
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway. Did you hear say that? Yeah.
Yeah, Anne Hathaway, and I can't forget that. Yeah, and it's crazy because I guess Anne Hathaway must have filmed this before she got pregnant because she's currently pregnant right now. Shout out to Anne
Yeah.
Hathaway, congrats to you. We even
John,
had
John Leguizamo, Corey, fucking Dr. Dre.
yeah, like we even had Travis Scott in this, and I think that's what really was like so surprising to me when the movie first starts because he's actually like the first character you see as soon as the movie starts. You know,
Yeah.
so it was a huge cast for this movie, and which is no surprise because this movie actually cost a huge budget. I believe it ran around 250 million just to make the
Right.
movie. So huge budget movie, big box office. Christopher Nolan is back. You know, the director of The Dark Knight, the director of Interstellar. You know, all these big, huge movies. So you know he's doing something amazing with this. And we are talking about the Odyssey. The Odyssey is a movie which is based off of Greek mythology. And so it's not really an original story. It's basically something that was take off from the books, but Christopher Nolan obviously tweaked it a little bit and made it, interesting. It was very, very good, very epic. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a great movie. I thought what he did with it, the story was great. And what's really great about this movie is that it didn't really talk about the whole the Odyssey takes place around the Trojan horse wars, I believe, and it didn't go into the whole, Greek Trojan horse war, which lasted up to like 10 years. It kind of like condensed everything and basically started talking about it from the moment where they infiltrated what's the city?
Right.
Troy. They infiltrated Troy, and then once they infiltrated Troy, then that's basically where the movie takes place, and it's Matt Damon who's in this movie. He's actually playing Odysseus, I believe. Is that how
Yeah.
you pronounce it?
Yeah, I
Odysseus?
think
I
so.
hope I'm pronouncing
Odysseus.
it right,
Odysseus.
guys.
I think it's
Odysseus.
Odysseus.
So
Yeah.
Matt Damon is playing Odysseus. His wife Anne Hathaway is playing Penelope, and then Tom Holland is playing Telemachus. It's hard to pronounce.
Telemachus.
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 These
Yeah.
like ancient Greek names are like really hard to pronounce. But it was like I didn't even know Tom Holland was actually going to play such a big role in this movie. So shout outs to Tom Holland once again because he's also been busy and Hathaway's been busy. These are two actors that's been very busy in the past couple of years doing big budget movies. Tom Holland is
Bro,
currently
what?
doing Spider Man. So
Yeah, I was gonna say Zendaya is doing Spider-Man. Tom
yeah,
Holland's doing
hmm
Spider-Man. John Bernthal's doing Spider-Man. Robert Pattinson is doing Dune with Zendaya
and
this year.
Dark Knight. He's doing Dark Knight too.
Oh, and Batman too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
So I
Yeah.
mean, these are some busy actors. So shout outs to them for being so busy and just doing such an amazing job in this movie. I couldn't tell you anybody who I had a problem with as far as acting in this movie. I thought everybody did a phenomenal job. I will say that Tom Holland, I can't. It's so hard to see him other than Spider Man. It's so hard to see Tom Holland play other roles other than Spider Man. I'm so used to him being Spider Man now, so when I see him, I instantly think, "Oh, that's Spider Man."
Well,
You
that's
know?
see, that was one of my things where I watched the movie and I was like, yo, he really didn't like Christopher Nolan really didn't give these guys any, or I guess he gave them a lot of leeway in the sense of how they want to perform and act because, when you watch the movie Troy, I don't know if you ever watched it with Brad Pitt,
Mhm.
Like, they kind of formulate the language back in the day where it's kind of just very, I don't know, very modern English. Well, not modern English. How do you say that shit? Regardless, it was definitely not like, oh, whatever. They were like Tom Holland sounded like Tom Holland.
Yeah.
John Bernthal sounded like the Punisher. I'm like, oh, is he
Yeah,
just
I
letting
know,
them do what they
I
want? Which
yeah,
I was all right with that. I mean, I was like, but I was like, you know what, fuck it.
yeah, I think it was, I think it was very well executed, Zendaya and Tom Holland working together again in another movie, that's amazing to see, so I think the cast was just really great. The story once again is something that's straight out of Greek mythology books, but I'm pretty sure if you've read the story of the Trojan Horse War, then you already know where this movie is kind of going and leading into. It talks about the ancient gods. We're talking about Zeus, Poseidon. It has all these formula elements in this movie, so it has a lot of that in the movie. As far as like the acting, everybody played really well, and it was just such a great film. Like the impact of the war, how they deceived the soldiers of Troy to get into Troy with the Trojan horse. That part was crazy. It was a lot that was going on in this movie that I thought they did really well. Um, so my first thought about this movie really was just, one, how big of a cast it was, and two, just how well the story was written. Because realistically, this story could have been done even more than just, how long is the runtime on this movie? I believe it was like
Two
roughly
hours
two
and 50
hours.
minutes, almost 3 hours.
Almost 3 hours, when you're talking about something that lasted, in fiction, when you're talking about something that was supposed to last up to 10 years condensed in such short time, I think Christopher Nolan did a great job putting it all together and making it really believable, making it, tell a really, epic story. Matt Damon, once again, did a great job. When I see Matt Damon doing movies like this, I just think of The Bourne Identity. Like, I just think of how well Matt Damon does in these type of roles where he's just playing kind of like this, this hero, kind of like a hero slash anti-hero, but still a hero nonetheless. He's really good at playing these type of roles. Because at the end of the day, he's still, killing people. So, you know, but
Facts.
yeah, so it was really good. Is there anything that you felt about this movie watching it?
Well, man, I really wanted to bring up the just the way it was all put together. So they
Mhm.
had, I think, a 90 days to shoot the film,
Mm.
and or 99 or 95, I forget the numbers, and they were able to finish it earlier than expected.
Yeah.
So they had it on time. They made their budget.
Mhm.
Um, and they were shooting in IMAX.
Right.
Like the entire film was shooting IMAX. Christopher Nolan did not try to go CGI. He didn't want to go that route. He didn't want to make the Cyclops look CGI. He didn't want
Right.
to make the Whirlpool look CGI. He didn't
Right.
like so much shit in this movie. I was just fucking blown away, man. Like even the giants in this fucking thing. Like
Yeah.
how did he do it? You know what I'm saying? And he went old school. That was a good thing about it too. Like he was using literally 70 millimeter film on the IMAX, huge fucking, I think it was like 300, 400 pounds, 300
Mm.
pound IMAX camera. They were
Right. Right.
running around putting in there. Like it was insane. The stories and the interviews and the podcasts I've been listening to about it, man, I was like, yo, it just made me want to watch it even more. And then the pacing was so good, man. Yeah, I didn't even think it was 3 hours. I didn't even look at my phone when I was watching the movie. I was like hooked the entire time.
Yeah.
Like the so it basically went from, you see Odysseus in the city of Troy, everything's burning down, because it's kind of showcasing like, oh, this is where they snuck in and they destroyed they took over basically Troy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But and then after that it paced to Matt Damon trying to go home back to his Ithacus, I think was
Yeah.
his he was the king of.
Yeah. Because
Like
he's
he
the
was gone
king
for
of
like 10 years.
he's the
Yeah,
king
Ithacus,
of
right?
Ithaca. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what made, like, that's really where the story kind of starts to pick up. The whole story 'Cause he basically after everything happens and, the war is over and they do what they have to do, he basically washes up on a shore and gets, basically taken a liking to by this nymph who's played, as Calypso by Charlize Theron.
Charlie Theron, yeah,
And, I love her, shout outs to
yeah.
Charlize.
Yeah.
So she takes a liking to him. She, basically starts to feed him these leaves
Lotus
that makes
flower?
him yeah, that makes him forget. And
The
I've heard
flower,
about the
hold
lotus flower before. It was in if you've ever watched if you ever watched what's the Percy Jackson movie? If you ever watched the
on.
Percy Jackson movie, they talk about the lotus flower in there. If you remember the Percy Jackson movie when they was in the casino and they was like in there for like
Oh, yeah.
months and they was eating
Mhm.
the flower and everything. So they talk about that in in Greek mythology too. So she was feeding him that stuff to make him forget, and then I guess, like, after some time, she felt pity for him and then decided that, she wants to help him get back to his family because deep down inside, he knows that, "Hey, I'm not supposed to be here. I have a family. I have, a son, all this stuff." So, eventually, she helps him get back to that. Um, really, really great, it was really great to see how they put this movie together, and it's kinda also I feel like there was some pacing in the movie that kinda went by a little bit kinda fast, like, from him leaving the island of, Charlie's Theron's island or whatever, and then popping up right on Ithaca right then and there. It was like the will of Poseidon basically washed him ashore back to Ithaca, you know?
I mean,
Zendaya,
we gotta get him to Ithaca at some point,
some
and
point,
we
yeah,
already went the goddamn 2 hour, 30 minutes, like, it was time for him to go home, and
realistically,
I thought that was
that's
okay.
like that was like bullshit, but, we let it slide, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Zendaya was in this movie. I don't I love Zendaya. Zendaya is a great actress, love her. I love seeing how far she's come with, being an actress, and she plays, Athena in this, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah, she plays Athena in this, so, he is basically being kind of, like, guided by her and haunted all at the same time, because of everything that they did, going against Zeus's wishes Zeus's law in, in Troy. He desecrated her statue. He killed they killed the priestess that was basically, there to represent Athena's temple or whatever. So she's been throughout the whole movie, she's haunting him, she's guiding him, she's talking to him. He's seeing her in like a whole, in his mind or whatever the case may be. So I thought that was a good, little part of the movie that they showed too. I thought she did a good job just playing that role. I kind of
Yeah,
would have loved to see Athena a little bit as an older woman, but I could see, she grew on me as I was watching the movie. At first I was like Zendaya as Athena, but she
yeah,
started to grow on me as I was watching it. So
so I felt like, eh, like, goddamn, my bad, fucking dogs.
no, you,
I don't know if you can hear it, but,
nah, you good.
nah, so, I felt like z so, like, I don't wanna ruin the movie neither, I don't but, like, you mentioned the priestess and the temple being desecrated for Athena,
Yeah,
but if you watch at the very no, I'm not gonna say it.
yeah.
It's gonna
No,
ruin.
we're not going to spoil anything. But if you've read the book of, like I said, the Trojan War, then you would be more familiar with everything that this movie is basically referring to. Like I said, this is not an original story. This is not something that Christopher Nolan kind of just thought up. But him directing it with the sound quality, the effects, camera quality, the acting, everything was put together so well and effortlessly that I believe that this movie is definitely gonna make more than what it put in for this budget. You know what I mean? My theater was packed when we went to go watch it, so I know that this movie's gonna do very well.
It already broke. It already passed its budget. It's already at 260 mil. It's
Yeah,
second to Endgame right now as one
yeah,
of the biggest weekend openings.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. We
And
also had Mia Goth in this movie. Shout out to Mia Goth. I love her as an actress as well. So but, definitely you guys, The Odyssey, great, great film. It's definitely taking the same tone as, like, movies like The Dark Knight, movies like that. It has that Christopher Nolan feel. If you know Christopher Nolan's work, you're familiar with the way he shoots his movies and his films, then you know that this is a very huge, you know, s go all out type of movie, you know what I'm saying? So, I thought it
He
was a
goes,
great movie, great film. I thought they did a wonderful job explaining this story and everything. So definitely go check this movie out. Once again, this is an amazing film. Can't I might actually go watch it again too, actually, because I feel like I missed a lot of stuff in this movie at first, but I did
oh, wow.
catch most of it. So
No, but yeah, definitely you need to watch it on IMAX, the
yeah,
biggest screen you can, because that's how he shot it. That's what it was
yeah,
put on, that's what it was shot as. And if you're lucky enough to get one of those theaters that have the 70 millimeter IMAX film, like, its true nature,
yeah.
I think there's only like 30 in the United States or world. I don't remember. If you're lucky enough and you live by it, go see the movie there because it's once in a lifetime type shit. Like this movie is movie of the decade in a sense.
Or
I don't,
or
I,
or if you could even do better than that, go see it in 40X. Have you ever seen a 40X movie?
yo, I saw a glimpse of that shit with like the Poseidon when they in the fucking river,
Man, listen.
or the ocean. I was like, oh man, that shit look crazy.
Yeah, like if you listen, IMAX or 4DX, I mean, if you can stomach it, then go see 40X. If not, then go see IMAX.
I think I might do that just to experience that shit.
Yeah,
Fine,
yeah. I
40X.
I I think I might try that out too. I saw Evil Dead Burn in 40X. That
Oh yeah,
crazy, crazy. But yeah, everybody, definitely go see The Odyssey. It's a great
yeah,
film, great movie. Andrew, did you have anything to add before we get out of here?
yeah. No, man, I'm definitely gonna watch this again for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah,
I gotta give my shout outs though, man, to John Leguizamo, man.
yeah.
I think he played a major role. I think he's gonna be. I think they're gonna sweep the Oscars one,
Mhm.
and just for like the supporting cast role, you know, yo, he's John Leguizamo. He gets looked. He's like what do you call it? Uh, just get looked over, man. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
he played a really good part in this movie, and
yeah. As one of the followers for Odysseus, that he
yeah,
was there throughout the whole time. He still believed in his return from the Trojan War. So it
yeah,
was it was him, Anne Hathaway, and his son, played by Tom Holland. They all played a really great part of this movie, believing that he was going to return from the Trojan War, where all the other followers of Odysseus believed that he didn't make it or he didn't survive. So definitely shout outs to the supporting cast. Everybody played a really great. They was really wonderful in this movie. I thought they did a great job. Big,
and,
huge cast. So
yeah, I got to shout out also Samantha Morton, who played Cersei.
mm,
There was a part in this movie, man, like it was like the most horrifying shit I think I've ever seen in a movie. I was just like my jaw was on the floor, like
yeah,
what the fuck is happening right now? It was insane. Yo, y'all
yeah.
gotta watch this shit, man. Big screen, go
Go
watch
check
it.
it out. Go check it out. The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan. Great film, wonderful movie. We are going to see it again. Thank you so much for blessing us with this movie. Everybody, remember there's Hidden Token merch in the link. Go cop that. And remember, it isn't cinema unless it's absolute cinema. Till next time, take care.
Peace.